Oh, we continue on, guys, because Timmsiola is in some great form at La Vuelta España. We'll come back to that though. Go back and watch the previous episode if you missed it. Big things are happening for Timmsiola. We have signed for Cofidis for Season 3. We held out to see who else came calling, but Cofidis were the team in the end for us. I've also noticed, by the way, our reputation is now continental. Okay, I like to see it. Anyway, we're in a great place at La Vuelta, riding to a top 10 right now in the GC. I did not expect that at the start of this race. And our first big goal for the rest of the race is holding that top 10, while also holding on to our KOM jersey. We currently have a 21-point lead on Giulio Ciccone. And the pressure's off. We've already won a stage on our home roads in Barcelona in the first week. Still can't get over that. Anyway, 6 stages remain, including notably the Auto de Angliru on stage 17. That is going to be pivotal in the GC. Stage 18 will be absolutely crucial as well before the penultimate day of the race, an absolute King of the Mountains festival. Anyway, first up, an Unipuerto medium mountain day to Bejes. Our only goal is not losing time in the GC. So vamos for the final time at Burgos Biachi. Let's go. But what is going on here? 56 riders at the front right now, 11 behind, and I can tell you again, Skelmos is caught even further back. What is he doing? And we're relaying in this group right now. If we can put Skelmos out the back for good in this GC, that's only good for Timmsiola. Right now, he's 1 minute 35 behind the peloton. That is unbelievable. Oh my word, what is happening? Giulio Ciccone has just dropped on the flats. Second place in GC at 6 seconds is dropped. I don't know what's happening. All of our teammates are dropping now as well, with the Leño struggling. We're feeling okay, 6k to go, but this could be another crazy, mad day in this Vuelta España GC. And we have some very steep pitches on this final climb. Let's go up to 87, try and manage our effort because we're not feeling great. There goes Jorgensen out the back. We're dropped as well for now. We need to manage our effort here. We're jumping Ciccone and Skelmos, but losing time potentially to some other riders. I can't keep track. So we're going to fly past in this finale, hopefully a bunch of guys, but the main GC riders are 1 minute up the road on Timmsiola. There's Kevin Vermarker. He's 5 seconds ahead of us in the GC. He's flying for now. Can we come past him in the finale? I'm not sure. We're going to crack in this final kilometre. Who's going to win the stage? An incredibly selective day is going to be won by Finn Fisher-Black ahead of the red jersey, Antonio Tiberi. Vermarker drops us in the end. We're going to lose about 2 minutes. I can't believe it. My favourite for the race, Ciccone, drops completely. We finish in the top 10 at 2 minutes. What a day. Oh my word, they've lost so much time. That is an absolutely crazy day at La Vuelta, won by Finn Fisher-Black. The parkour doesn't look too crazy, but the way it was raced was incredibly selective. We lose 2 minutes in the end, but we finish in the top 10 on the stage. And guys, Little Trek had 2 GC riders to begin today, but they lose over 6 minutes. Ciccone and Skelmos over 6 minutes down. So they drop to 9th and 10th in the GC and we rise into 8th place. What a start to today's episodes. And the big 3 right now seem to be Finn Fisher-Black, Laurens de Plus and Antonio Tiberi of all riders, fighting for La Vuelta España. But no one is safe on the Auto de Angliru percentages, over 15% on this climb, and the GC could be turned upside down yet again today. For us, we just want to continue riding in the top 10. But oh my words, how lucky are we? We get a +3 race day on the Angliru stage of all stages. To be fair, we've been trying to peak for the final week at this race, so it is deserved, but 79 mountain today. Let's go. And naturally, with Tiberi in red, Bahrain will control today, but I'm going to help them because we have 44 riders in today's breakaway. Look at this group. And importantly, Jorgensen is here, Ben Tulit as well, Vlasov as well. They're all within 15 minutes in the GC. I don't want them to jump us in the GC, which they could do because this breakaway has so much firepower. So the breakaway will win today for sure. We're just going to try and limit that gap while we can on the flats. We're still working here in the valley now between the first cat climbs today because 31 riders at the front in that group and 6 minutes is the current gap. So provisionally, that puts Ben Tulit above us in the GC. And let me tell you, we do not like that. Tulit attacking at the front of the race, that gap now 7 minutes. We do not like that, but the Angliru is about to begin here in the peloton. Here we go. The peloton's so small already, only 33 riders, but there are still so many riders up the roads. Not sure who's going to win this from the breakaway. Can't see Tulit, that's good for us. Anyway, 8 minutes is the current gap back to the Little Trek-led peloton. And let me tell you, we're feeling great. So Chamil, go up to 90 and pace right now. Timmsiola, 4k to go on the Angliru. We're feeling really good. There goes Finn Fisher-Black in the white jersey, catching riders from the breakaway. It's an absolute mess right now on this climb, up to 17%. Look at this wall. All our guys are pretty cut. Let's go up to 87. We have so much energy left to spend. Anyway, at the front, Daniel Felipe Martinez wins the stage. And it's steep all the way to the line right now. I'm going to go 88 and see where we finish. I think this will put us in a good position. But for Marker, still ahead of us, despite this +3 day, I don't believe it. We need to try and beat him in the GC, but he might even beat us today atop the Angliru. We're on a great day. We're still not as good as the best though, as the GC guys cross the line right now. And we finish literally just ahead of Vermarker, taking 0 time on him. And with a +3, I have to say I'm a little disappointed there. Riders all over the road there, absolute madness, but Daniel Felipe Martinez wins the stage. We did really well to neutralise the threat of Ben Tulit in the breakaway. He finished 4 minutes down. And we took big time on Brandon McNulty, cracking completely today, and that moves us up to 7th place now in the GC. What a result that would be. I'm not sure we'll be able to stay there because Ciccone and Skelmos look back to their normal selves, but I'm really happy with how we're riding. Anyway, with his stage win, Martinez becomes our closest challenger in the KOM jersey. And it will be another crucial day in the KOM jersey, this time to La Cruz de Linares, a medium mountain day, and as you know, we're at La Vuelta, so some very steep pitches. And we've had such good form lately, but finally a minus day comes, a -1 day on a big day as well. That is not ideal. Anyway, 12 riders have gone up the road early, including Daniel Felipe Martinez. We don't want him taking KOM points. So we're going to push on behind and try and make things difficult for him. And as we're about to begin the Puerto de San Lorenzo, we've done a really good job of making things difficult for the breakaway. Only 4 minutes for them right now. And Martinez didn't take any points at the first KOM. Over the second KOM then, no points again for Martinez. Mikel Landa now 11 points behind us. It seems Landa has become too free for my liking. And by the way guys, if you're enjoying the finale to La Vuelta a España, drop a like down below. If we can hit 750 for the finale, that would be absolutely epic. And you already know, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do so down below. And Mikel Landa taking 3 more points. We can't afford to let him get any more today. Our KOM jersey is in jeopardy right now. So despite not needing to for GC reasons, we're continuing to tempo behind in the main peloton. Garcia Pierna on the front for us now. But now we might need to for GC reasons because Matthias Skelmos has attacked from the GC group. An aggressive move. He's about 30 seconds behind us in the GC, so we don't want him going clear. But remember, we're not feeling great today as Ciccone and Kelderman attack now 2 other riders close to us in the GC. We don't really have the same climbing ability we've had on previous days. And Mikel Landa taking 2 more points at the next KOM. The gap now is 6 points to Landa in the KOM jersey. As we are slipping and sliding, we just about survive in the GC group over that climb. Boy oh boy, we are suffering today. So 15k to go, 1 more ascent of the same climb remains. Only 32 riders in the peloton and 3 minutes to the breakaway. This is going to be really close. Peloton or breakaway. But for Joe Timmsiola, this is a battle of survival in the top 10 today because we are suffering badly on this -1 day. Here we go, the final climb begins, 8k, this is going to be difficult. Let's not overextend. Skelmos on the attack again, Kelderman goes, Lawrence de Plus goes as well, there goes Tabury and Fisher Black potentially, Ciccone kicks now, it's all happening. Riders all over the road. Aparicio, great work by him today. Now it's up to Kudus to help us. And I'm so happy we have our teammates today. There's Vermarker just ahead of us. The rider I think we can beat in the GC at this race. Not today though. We are suffering badly and we're going to lose time. Anyway, at the front, who's going to win it? Damiano Caruso wins the stage from the breakaway. How much time are we going to lose today? I fear it's going to be a lot. So Kudus trying to help us across the line. We've cracked on his wheel. We're going to lose over 2.5 minutes to Caruso. And that was not our best day at La Vuelta so far. Riders again finishing literally everywhere, all over the road, from the breakaway, from the peloton, but more madness at La Vuelta. I thought Tiberi was up the road, but instead he finishes 8 minutes down in the red jersey. And with other GC riders finishing right to the fore today, Finn Fisher-Black is now going to go into the lead of La Vuelta with 1 GC day left. I don't believe it. Tiberi tumbles to 5th place, almost 6 minutes behind now. What happened to Tiberi today? We dropped 2 places to 9th overall. And we have 7 minutes to 11th place Jorgensen. So I think our top 10 is looking pretty good. Our KOM jersey though looking less safe. We have 6 points to Landa, Soler and Martinez are pretty close as well. This is really hotting up. But I really can't get over that Antonio Tiberi collapse. And Finn Fisher-Black has capitalised. Imagine if he wins this race. But we get a much needed break in the GC after some poor form from us. It's a sprint stage into Iscar. And of course, in typical PCM fashion, we get a +3 on a flat day after a -1 in the mountains. That is absolutely typical. I've put Kudus on the wheel of Behrens, who I reckon could pick up a 5th victory at this race. And we're on Kudus' wheel as we enter the final 3.5k today. How will Visma do in their lead out now? We're following them. And we're following Kudus on a great day, but Behrens, where are you going, buddy? Nowhere apparently. Kudus keep going on the wheel of Behrens. You try and sprint into the finale. We're going to finish at the front. Behrens absolutely nowhere today. And Magnus Cort Nielsen gets the win. And I think he's going to go into the green jersey. And that is absolutely the case. Behrens' poor sprint costs him, and Magnus Cort Nielsen now into the green jersey for Uno X. I love to see it. Anyway, it's crunch time now. One more big day in the GC and the KOM. We start the day in 9th place in the GC and 1st place in the KOM. Landa, Soler and Martinez are the riders to watch. I think our top 10 in the GC is relatively safe, so I'm happy to prioritise the KOM jersey. And well, I've been calling it a KOM festival throughout these videos, and it truly is that. How many KOMs do we have here? The answer is 10. 10 KOM sprints with 3 points available each. That can add up quickly. So of course, I want to finish as high up as we can in the GC, but I want to win the KOM as well. And balancing those things is going to be very, very difficult. Can we do it? Let's find out. And thank you PCM gods, because we do recover and we do get a lovely +3 day today on the day we needed it. Come on! And so we've jumped into the breakaway early here. We're 9th place in GC and we've jumped into the breakaway. I wonder if any other riders in the top 10 will try. I wish we had a teammate in this group, but we do have 1 minute already on the peloton. Okay, it seems this move has gone. 14 riders in the breakaway and I cannot see Mikel Landa. That is brilliant. Anyway, the first KOM is coming. I've noticed Steph Kras in this group. He's the only rider challenging us in the KOM in the breakaway. Let's see if he tries to sprint. He does indeed. Don't want to spend too much energy going for these early points, and we're not going to get any here. Let's maybe focus on the points later in the stage. The tempo in the breakaway right now is absolutely electric. I'm just trying to hold on. Can't even really focus on taking any KOM points right now. Anyway, we can maybe take some here, I think. Come on, let's go. Timmsiola, 3 more points in the KOM. Come on. 9-point gap ahead of Landa. And we have 5 minutes 50 on the peloton right now. Joe Timmsiola at 7 minutes 40. Oh my word, we're virtually on the podium of La Vuelta España. What is going on? You can see the peloton, they are working hard behind. We're not going to miraculously win La Vuelta, but this is a very exciting situation. Anyway, Timmsiola on this +3 is so strong. We're going to take 3 more points, and surely now we're going to win the KOM jersey at La Vuelta. It's not secured mathematically yet, but it's not far away. Anyway, it's kind of on us to keep the tempo in this group going, because we are the GC rider up the road. 5 minutes 30 still is the gap on the peloton, but we have managed to keep the work ethic going throughout the group. Every rider still contributing here. This is turning into a very exciting day because we're still feeling so good on this +3. And with these 2 KOM points, I think we will mathematically secure the jersey. There's only 4 sprints left and it's a 16-point gap to Landa. We're gonna win the KOM at La Vuelta. Come on! That's an absolutely massive result for Joe Timmsiola in our young career. What a gift to Burgos as we sign off from the team. Now let's secure a great GC result. So now we don't need to go for the KOMs. Now we can even try and focus on a potential stage result here. Can we win this stage? Riders dropping away all the time here. There goes Urko Berardi. Let's make sure we're staying to the front here. Felix Gal, Frigo, Murray Marissa and Genietz are left alongside Timmsiola. And back in the peloton, Skjelmos attacks for Little Trek. Can we see that? There they are, there's Skjelmos, McNulty on the wheel, the peloton, only 30 riders. So 50k to go, Felix Gau, Marissa, Marco Frigo and Timmsiola are here. Skjelmos has attacked, he's 1 minute ahead of the peloton. Maybe he can join us and that could even help this group because that brings a lot of firepower to this group. And remember, all sorts can still happen in the GC here. It's only 2 minutes to 4th place for us. Maybe we can push up into that top 5. Everyone's still working really hard up the road though. The peloton still have 2 minutes behind us and I think Skjelmos is struggling now to close this gap. And if he gets stuck in a chasse patate, that is one position we will gain in the GC. Everything is happening here to finish La Vuelta. Come on, Timmsiola! But for now, the peloton still have some firepower as well, and that gap now under 2 minutes for the first time. We do get 4 bonus seconds at that intermediate sprint. We weren't going to spend any energy sprinting, but we do at least get 4 seconds. We are pulling these guys single-handedly to the top of this climb. Only 1 minute now to the peloton. There goes Frigo. He's not strong enough. Felix Gall is gone. Marissa, he's struggling on the wheel as well. Can we attack him? Into this descent. Joe Timmsiola going solo at La Vuelta. Come on! We lead stage 20 right now. Marissa gonna try and get back to us on this descent. Then we have the final climb. We can do this. Oh, we've worked so hard today, guys. So hard, but we're gonna be heartbroken here. We're gonna be caught by the peloton. Here they come. 15 seconds, 12 seconds. They're gonna catch us before the final climb. There we go, the catch has been made. Now we need to survive in this group and secure a top 10 in the GC. Here we go, this is the state of the group. Mojave Kudos feeling good for the team. Let's try and maybe get in the wheel of Wilco Kelderman here with Timmsiola. Use that gel because we don't have too much yellow left. But this +3 day is absolutely magic. Vermarka looks pretty cooked. Can we put in a little kick right here? Only a little one. 1k to go to the top of this climb. Let's keep this going. There goes Tabury. There goes Vermarka. Let's just make sure we follow in this group. There goes Parapantra. Lander is here too, but the red jersey, Finn Fisher Black, he's still here. He's going to win La Vuelta. Anyway, 10k to go. No one has gone clear on this descent. This is going to be a sprint in the finale. Van Wilder attacking McNulty as well. Finn Fisher Black is here. Can Laurens de Plus get 30 seconds to win this race? I don't think he can. There goes Laurens de Plus. There goes Laurens de Plus. Fisher Black has to follow. De Plus trying to win La Vuelta with 3k to go, but Finn Fisher Black can respond and he is going to win it. Finn Fisher Black is going to win La Vuelta España. But for us, it's going to be a top 10 place. Let's try and do a lead out for Kudus if he wants to follow us. He doesn't want to. Into the finale. Can we win this stage from a crazy sprint going long? I think we're going to be caught on the line. Can we hold on? Can we hold on? Oh my word, we get second place behind Magnus Cort. No one wanted to sprint at the ends. What a stage. Oh wow, what a finish to the GC and the KOM battles here at La Vuelta España. We almost stole that stage as well. I have no idea how we did that. Anyway, we secure the KOM jersey. Not a massive fight from Lander to be fair, but we win the KOM jersey at a Grand Tour. We rise to 3rd place in the points jersey for now as well, but also we are going to finish in 8th place in the GC. What a result. What's also unbelievable is the fact that Finn Fisher Black is going to win La Vuelta España. He doesn't really have the GC winning stats as a Grand Tour, but he's going to do it. Kevin Vermarka, like us, moved up from the breakaway. He's going to finish in 4th. I do not know what happened to Tabury, Ciccone and Skjelmos in this final week. 18 points for today's stage from our manager as well. Anyway, let's not celebrate too soon. We have the finale, the sprint stage into Madrid to conclude this Grand Tour. Honestly, I can't get over what we've achieved at this Grand Tour. Let's bring it home into Madrid. Anyway, we do have an intermediate sprint coming up. I'm trying to follow the wheels here because if we can pick up a couple of points, this will really help us. Let's see. And we do it. We get 10 points. And hopefully that's going to secure 3rd place in the points classification. Anyway, 1 lap to go in this beautiful circuit in Madrid. Kudus on the wheel of Behrens again. We're following him. Let's bring it home, boys. Only 4k to go. The peloton shooting out from behind the trees. Here we go. It's going to be a rapid finish here. Who's going to win the final stage? Kudus could actually get a decent result if he follows the right wheel. Behrens again being led out. Is he going to go too early? Behrens waiting way too long again. What's he doing? What's he doing? No chance for a result for us. Who's going to win the final stage? Magnus Cort Nielsen, of course. He's a man on fire right now. But we cross the finish line to complete our first Grand Tour. Come on, let's go. What a race we have just enjoyed, guys. Magnus caught with the final win. We don't care though, because we finish 8th place in the GC, we win the KOM jersey, and we actually get 3rd in the points jersey as well. And worth going for that intermediate sprint because we only just hold off Lawrence Pithy. I cannot get over Finn Fisher-Black's performance at this race. What a victory for the young New Zealander. And in general, a crazy top 10, mainly because Joe Timmsiola is featuring in the top 10 at a Grand Tour. The KOM victory as well was so special, but the stage 2 win into Barcelona on home roads for Joe Timmsiola, that was my favourite moment of this race. And let me know in the comments down below, guys, what was your favourite moment from La Vuelta a España, our debut Grand Tour with Joe Timmsiola? And 49 points, I expected more from my manager, to be fair. 1 stage victory, 1 KOM jersey and a top 10 as well. I'm a very happy guy. I've noticed we also have international reputation now after that results. But as we know, looking to our calendar, no more racing, we have essentially concluded our career at Burgos Piachi. And before we move on to Cofidis, let's take a look back at our season and our career with Burgos Piachi. 78 days for us raced this year with 2 victories and in the top 50 in the world ranking. We can be proud of that. Our headline results came at La Vuelta, of course, winning a stage, top 10 in GC and winning that KOM jersey as well. We had a great Tour de Suisse, winning the KOM there, 2nd on 2 stages at the Tour de Suisse overall, and you can see our best results also winning our first GC at the Gran Premio Estrella. And as I mentioned, we are in the top 50 in the world rankings between Jorgensen and Brennan. We're in some good company here. But Remco Evenepoel actually ahead of Pogacar in the individual rankings. Very interesting. A good year for Burgos with over 4,000 points, and we take over 1,500 of them. The next best was 400. We really carried the team this year. Our new team Cofidis are 22nd in the rankings. Arkea and Lucas Lopez, they're going to be a World Tour team. And I've just had a look at the victories tab. Center Sentiens with 34 victories this season. That is crazy. He's a young sprinter and signed for Total Energies next year. We need to keep an eye on him for sure. And we've had some interesting results in the world of cycling for sure. No Tadej Pogacar and no Jonas Vingegaard on a Grand Tour podium throughout the entire season. Instead, Adam Yates won the Giro in a 1-2 for UAE. They were 2nd and 3rd with Almeida and Ayuso at the Tour. Remco Evenepoel winning the Tour de France. And maybe the craziest of the lot, of course, Finn Fisher-Black winning a Grand Tour at La Vuelta a España. Nice to see us on this page as well, in that KOM jersey. So Vingegaard and Pogacar were 4th and 5th at the Tour de France. By the way, a breakaway one on the final stage by 14 minutes ahead of the peloton. What is going on? And I know Pogacar had some injuries this season, but 13th at the Giro and 5th place at the Tour. With these attributes, that is not very good results. He'll be looking to bounce back next year, and he will be doing so in the Rainbow Bands, to be fair, winning the road race. You can see the other title winners right here, and in the monuments, Milan, Van der Poel, Pedersen, Evenepoel and Pogacar. No big surprises. Anyway, we're of course moving to Cofidis for next season. We are the headline signing for the team. But we're not the only signing from Burgos Piachi. Joshy Burnett, Super Josh Burnett, comes over as a domestique. I love to see that. And 10 riders coming in total, including Ruben Guerrero, and 10 riders leaving the team as well. A very active transfer window. And we do now, of course, leave Burgos Piachi behind. It's been a great team to start our career, but we now go on to bigger things. Anyway, let's take a look at the transfers around the world, because there have been some big moves. I've noticed Laurens de Plus, podium at La Vuelta, of course, is moving to EF. Big moves for the Ineos Grenadiers, bringing in Ethan Vernon, Matteo Jorgensen, Jonathan Narvaez is back as well. What a window for Ineos. However, they do lose Carapaz and Sheffield to Visma. Quieter window for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. They do bring in Marco Brenner though. Interesting move. Big moves for Soudal Quickstep though. Pavel Sivkov is coming in as their headline signing, as Mikel Landa goes out to UAE. And some big riders leaving for UAE, but they do sign the likes of Christian Scaroni, Tibor Del Grosso, Landa and Prodom as well. That's a great transfer window. Even signing Clermont Aleno from Burgos Piachi, and he is, as you would expect, the worst rider in their team. And you guys know, we're big Uno X fans on this channel. And it's a great time to be an Uno X fan because they bring in Italian duo Edoardo Affini and Jonathan Milan. That is absolutely outrageous. And our Airbnb hotels are now our big rivals as we sign for Cofidis. They still have Lopez and Vorkalan leading the team. And if I did miss any of the biggest transfers around the world, you can see them in this email. And there's only one thing left to say. Burgos Bianchi, it's been a pleasure. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. And just like that, we're in January 2027, Season 3 begins, and we are a Cofidis rider. With a first look at our new team right now, oh boy, I am so excited to dive into this season, guys. But first, we do have one more job to do. Apparently, I forgot to use 1 skill points. And as you saw on the previous page, we don't know too much about our current teammates, so I'm going to put it on information so we can learn more about our teammates quickly as we race with them. Anyway, we will dive in properly into Season 2 in the next episode. If you're looking forward to it, drop a like on today's video, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.